And we're back with the White Wolf of Icicle Creek. I'm YourGibs, and I did a little thing off camera here. I kind of went around and did all of the housekeeping here. I didn't think you needed to see it again, so no housekeeping for you. I am really excited. It's time for us to go fish. Fish. So let's go have a peek. Hopefully it's not too cold. Ew. It's still cold. It's kind of in a danger level, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do that anyways. Let's go over to the fort here now. I think I have to go this way, right? Yeah.
Stop! You cannot pass until you have proven yourself in battle.
Okay, Snow Princess. Hey! I'm not even gonna let you hit me once. That's the game plan anyways. The controls are pretty forgiving. Oh! And there I go saying that. Oh well, I hit once.
Go before the Snow Princess decides to seek revenge.
Alright, I'll do that. Let's go to Icicle Lake. Oh, to do some fishing. Gotta catch me a big fish.
It is really, really cold out here.
Uh-oh. Quick, get inside, Nancy. Hurry. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. It looks like someone came in here and just wrecked everything, including the fishing gear. So much for catching a 2-foot northern pike.
No.
Left behind by whoever trashed this place, maybe? 202-555-7237.
Maybe a bird watcher?
That's a U.S. phone number.
So I seriously can't fish?
I can't fish without a hook and line.
Aw. I was looking forward to it too. Crud. Oh well. Let's go back and report to Ollie. Somebody smashed up the fishing hut.
I'm starting to get really cold.
Don't worry, Nancy will get you inside in a jiffy. We'll warm up in front of the fireplace. No, this way. No Snow Princess battle on the way back?
Much better.
No
Somebody
kidding.
left me a note.
Oh. Nancy Drew. Nancy, I really like playing snowball fights with you, but I'm afraid you won't want to play with me anymore. If you play with me and win, I'll give you my top secret way I can stay out in the cold for so long. Freddie. Challenge accepted. Let's go do it right now. Freddie is adorable. But I'm still gonna throw those snowballs.
The battle for the kingdom of the Snow Princess begins.
Yeah. Hopefully I win. I want that secret surprise. Yeah.
You win. Here you go.
What do you got for me?
Whenever you're really cold, just squeeze the toasty pack and you'll get a burst of heat. It only works when you're already cold, and you can only use one toasty pack at a time.
Okay. Thank you. I now have a toasty pack. But I did promise Nancy that I would go warm up.
Much better. I was really cold.
Yeah, we'll go warm up and then we'll make a phone call. Come on. Our bird watcher isn't here, I see. Oh, there we go. Just gotta thaw out all the bones, you know? Alright, so let's go and make that phone call. Come on, game, I want to get out of here. There we go. Hey there.
Hey, little Miss Fisherman. What can I do for you?
I hate to tell you this, but someone wrecked all the fishing gear that was in the fishing shack.
What? You're kidding. So my gear's ruined?
Yes, was that your only equipment?
Wait a minute. Ollie ice fishes. Go ask him for a hook and line, and don't take no for an answer.
Okay, I'll do that.
Well, I'd better get back to work.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. There's a fishing pole right there. Ollie, help me out here, buddy.
What you need?
Someone went into the ice fishing shack and ruined all of Bill Kessler's equipment.
Probably some animal-loving eco-fanatic who figured it was time to save the fish.
Problem is, Mr. Kessler still insists that I try to catch a 2-foot northern pike.
Say no more. There's my tackle box. It's all yours. Kessler tried to rope me into competing with him, but I can't very well do that when you've got my hook and line now, can I?
Oh, clever.
No, I don't suppose you can.
What else do you want?
I'll let you get back to work.
Nothing.
Keep me posted.
I'll do that. I wanted to look at this sauna again. Yeah, I'll be back to you in a minute. Oh, where's the on button? Doesn't look like I can see the on button. So, okay, let's go over here.
Ah, I'm glad for the chance to talk once again. There is something I must explain.
There is?
There is?
What I said before about wolves. It is because my grandmother was killed by wolves. Killed and
That's
devoured.
gruesome.
How?
Years ago, when my mother was a little girl, her mother, my grandmother, was on her way back from the village on her motor scooter, which was and still is the only means of transportation most Fredonians can afford. It was January, and the sun had just set, and it was dark, very cold. There were thousands of wolves in the countryside that winter. At night they would roam in huge, hungry packs. My grandmother was halfway home when she came upon a young man waving from the side of the road for her to stop. He too had been on a scooter, but his had broken down, and wolves were gathering all around him, preparing to attack. My grandmother, of course, stopped, and he leapt on behind her, and they took off down the road with the wolves, dozens of them, chasing after them. But with 2 people riding it, her scooter was slow, much too slow, and the wolves soon caught up with them. And when one of the wolves seized my grandmother's boot in its teeth and started to pull, instead of helping her, the man pushed her off the bike. It instantly gained speed and he got away. My grandmother, set upon by the wolves, did not.
If she died, how do you know that's what happened?
Tormented by guilt, the young man eventually confessed. He went to prison for several years, and the wolves were hunted year-round until the countryside was rid of them. But the damage was done. And so, I'm happy to talk to you about any subject except wolves. About them, I have nothing to say.
You're busy, so I'll let you go.
It has been a pleasure.
Yeah, I still don't know how his mother died at a young age. How did he get born? Am I missing something? Like biological mother? Like different biological mother, maybe? Anyways, whatever. Let's make a phone call with our journal. Phone number. Where's that number? Run and grow free? Did I screw it up? I think I might have.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Okay, okay,
This is
I
a
will.
recording.
I messed up. I get it. I want to call Run and Grow Free.
You have reached Run and Grow Free, a non-profit organization dedicated to making sure that the wild animals of North America remain wild. No one can take your call at the moment because all of our volunteer staff is busy blocking access to California's wilderness areas in order to protect their cougar, bear, and condor populations. But if you leave your name and number after the beep, someone will eventually get back to you. Especially if you want to make a donation.
Okay. Right, well, let's call, Elsa. Maybe she's available. No. Alright, fine. Oh, what about Chantal? Have I talked to Chantal lately? What have you done for me lately, Chantal?
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. It's Nancy Drew.
You know who's behind the accident?
Not quite yet.
Oh.
About Tino, I'm not totally comfortable with the idea of consulting with him on this case.
Why not? Two heads are always better than one, and I find him to be very knowledgeable and kind of charming.
Okay.
Do you know what he did when we were on that train trip Laurie Gerard arranged?
He didn't go into a lot of detail, but he did say that that's all water under the bridge. Besides, I'm paying him, and I want to get my money's worth. So like it or not, you're going to consult with him. Understood?
Understood.
Great.
Anything else?
Did you know that some photos are missing from the display case in the lobby?
Really? Last I looked, they were all there. I think.
The caption for them says something like, "Young and old have stayed at Icicle Creek Lodge."
I can't remember what they were pictures of, and I sure don't know why they'd be missing.
That bone Trapper Dan found is missing from its case, too.
First the accident, now someone's stealing from me? Nancy, you've got to find out what's going on there.
I'm working on it.
If you don't, I'll never be able to convince my dad I'm not a loser. Ever.
How come the entries for last year were deleted from the guest register?
They've been deleted?
That's what the computer says. Contents deleted.
Well, I didn't delete them. Freddie.
Wait, why?
Why would she delete something on your computer?
You know how kids are these days. Always hacking into computers, programming them to spread viruses and steal passwords and blow up the world.
I think that's only in movies. Besides, pretty much all this person had to do was press the delete key.
I still say it was Freddie. Last week, I called that Snow Princess game she's always playing idiotic. I think it hurt her feelings. But she'd just gotten done plastering me with snowballs. What'd she expect me to say? That felt great. Do it again?
The guests that are in the lodge now, did any of them stay here last year?
Let's see. Lou Talbot stayed here last summer, but only very briefly. His car had broken down and he was waiting for a tow truck. Oh, and Yanni. He was here last winter. He and his trainer, they were checking out places to train. They didn't stay long either.
Interesting.
Has anyone talked to you about the World Championship cross-country skiing competition that's going to be held somewhere in this area year after next?
That is something I am not at liberty to discuss.
In other words, the answer is yes.
I didn't say that. Why do you ask?
That would tend to make Icicle Creek Lodge a very desirable piece of real estate, wouldn't it?
If the championship is held nearby, which as far as I know, still hasn't been decided. You think someone's been causing these accidents to run me out of business so they can buy the lodge from me on the cheap?
It's a thought.
And a pretty nasty one at that.
Sure it is.
Is it true that you promised Ollie a raise, but you haven't given it to him yet?
He told you that? I can't believe it.
Meaning...
Okay, I mentioned to Ollie once that I thought he maybe deserved a raise, and now every time I turn around, he's all like, "Where's the raise you promised me? Where's the raise you promised me?" Doesn't he realize I have a few other things to think about right now? I swear, sometimes that crabby little whiner drives me nuts.
Okay.
I'd like to know more about the accidents. I asked Ollie, but he said you said he wasn't allowed to talk about them.
I didn't mean he couldn't talk about them with you. Ugh. I'll give him a call. As for the accidents, the first thing that happened was the worst. The Faringdale family and Becky the cook all came down with food poisoning and had to be hospitalized. Somehow, the potato salad got contaminated, although Becky swears it wasn't because of anything she did. I cannot tell you how awful it was. All 5 people became violently ill at roughly the same time. But were they all in the same room? Of course not. They were spread out all over the lodge. Poor Elsa was cleaning for days.
Yuck.
And the odor? Oh my gosh. Anyway, stairs outside and broke his leg. Then Lou Talbot's window was broken. Then Elsa the maid's tires were slashed. Then the phone wires were cut, and then... Oh yeah, and then the Southwaites were almost overcome by fumes when gas started leaking into the sauna.
Interesting.
But the only incidents that you can be sure were sabotage were the tires, the phone wires, and the explosion in the bunkhouse?
I'm not sure about anything. That's why you're there, to sort everything out before something else happens.
You'll hear from me again later.
Don't let me down, okay?
Fair enough. Let's quickly call Ferndale here. And ask about the food poisoning. I didn't see the other number here. Oh yeah, there it is, Southwaite.
Hello?
Hi, are you Mrs. Ferringdale?
Put your socks on in the car, okay? We're late. This better not be a sales call because I really don't have time.
No, my name is Nancy Drew, and I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge. You know, in Canada.
After what happened to me and my family, I have no intention of going back there ever, no matter how many freebies you throw in. I thought I made that clear. Put that cookie down and get in the car.
You're not going back because of that food poisoning thing?
Food poisoning thing? It was considerably more than a thing. The three of us had meatloaf, potato salad, and green beans for dinner one night. And by 4 the next morning, we were all sick as dogs and had to be taken to the hospital. We recovered quickly, thank goodness. But the minute we got out, we went straight to the airport. I will never set foot in that lodge again. The worst of it is, I made poor little Susie eat all of her potato salad that night. Eat it, I said. It's cold out. You need the carbs. Now she refuses to eat any kind of potatoes, even French fries. All our friends think she's a freak. And all our friends' mothers think I'm a freak for going to Canada for winter break instead of Disney World like everyone else.
Hey.
Turn that TV off.
What's wrong with
I have
Canada?
to go. Susie's got a soccer game, and I'm snack mom. Only I haven't been to the store yet. Maybe I can sneak out during halftime.
Sure, just pull out the orange slices and no one will notice.
Oh my gosh, the orange slices. Susie, get in the car! We have to go right now!
Oh, orange slices. That is such an interesting thing. I think I even remember as a kid having orange slices for a soccer game halftime.
Hello?
Hello?
I've got it, sweetheart.
Hi, is this Brenda and Derek Southwaite?
The
Yes,
newlyweds.
it is.
Is this a solicitation?
Honey, you're so suspicious.
Only because you can be way too nice for your own good, darling.
I'm not selling anything. I just want to ask you about your recent stay at Icicle Creek Lodge.
You mean Icicle Creek Lodge?
Oh, very clever, sweetie. Gas was leaking from so many places while we were there, it's a wonder the place didn't blow sky high.
I heard something about your almost being overcome by fumes in the sauna.
Well, we had just gone ice skating, so we decided to warm up in the sauna. So we were sitting in there, and everything was fine, until both of us started feeling a little woozy.
We started feeling a lot woozy.
And the next thing we knew, that Russian skier came in.
Actually, I think he was Slovakian.
The point is, he told us he smelled gas and thought we should get out, so we did.
Barely. By that point, the fumes were making us both ill, if you know what I mean.
That poor skier. By the time he helped us get out of there, he was almost as green as we were.
Awful experience.
Horrible. And it was our honeymoon.
At least the owner had the decency to give us a full refund.
Oops, the shuttle's here, sweetheart. We're off to Aspen. Kind of a second first honeymoon.
Long story short, if you're thinking about going to Icicle Creek Lodge, don't.
I'm already
Well, I
there.
appreciate the advice. Have fun.
Oh, we will. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, well that's enough phone calls for now. We really actually learned quite a lot there about the accidents and interesting about the food poisoning business here. What is over here? Oh, the dude.
How can I help you?
Nothing.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
It has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Oh, before I forget, Chantal called. Told me I can answer any questions you might have about those accidents after all. Guess she changed her mind.
How do you explain what happened to Carl Jenkins, the former guest who slipped on the stairs and broke his leg?
Can't explain it. One minute those stairs were clear and dry. Next minute they're slick with ice and he's lying at the bottom of them.
You're positive they were clear and dry?
Yep. Chipped every bit of frozen snow off of them myself. You ask me, somebody iced those stairs down on purpose. 'Cause it wasn't nothing I did, no sir. No sir.
I'll get out of your hair now.
Good.
Alright, and I'll get out of all of your hair now. We're going to take a break. We'll see you very soon in the next episode of Nancy Drew, the White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Bye for now.